Good morning, guys. I'm back at my whiting spot. Now that the weather's getting cooler, the whiting, the bream, the flathead, the winter species are coming on the chew. They're definitely moving in, and there's certainly a few being caught now. I'm back at my whiting spot on topwater. I haven't been here for a few months. I thought now would be a good time, as these fish are becoming more prevalent this time of year. Using the ever faithful bassday sugapen splash, this guy here, 75mm. Trying to get a whiting. Now I am here at a different stage of the tide. I'm usually here at the last of the low, the first of the incoming. At the moment it's 2 hours from high tides. I just wanted to see how different tides affect the fishing at this location. I know I can catch them around the low, but I wanted to see how high tide works around this place. And it certainly limits the amount of fishing area, that's for sure, because most of it's now underwater. And it's not an overly big tide. It's about a 4.4 metre high today. So I'm thinking it's going to start to retreat pretty soon too. It's probably in another hour. If you got the top of the tide, then it will turn and run out. So I might fish the high running out today. Something a bit different. See how we go. Oh, yep. On. Oh, a little whiting, is it? First one of the day. Only a small fish. That's what I'm chasing though, whiting. Not a big one. Let's see if we can get a few bigger ones, eh? This one will be going back. Well, there we go. First fish of the morning. Only took about 10 minutes and got the first fish. It's not a big one. It's probably about 21 centimeters. Not overly big. It's definitely going back. On the assist hooks in the mouth. Usually you do hook them on the assists. And the treble's up in the dorsal fin. But yeah, this one's going back. Let's see if we can upgrade on this guy. It's a good little start. Well guys, it's only been sort of 5-10 minutes and I got the first whiting. So that's pretty cool. Like, considering I usually come here low tide, I'm now here on the opposite tide. I wanted to mix it up and I wanted to see how it fared at different stages of the tide. I guess it's a message that you have to go to a spot a couple of times before you ride it off. Like if you go to a spot and you don't catch many fish first time, maybe go a different moon, different tide, different size of the tide, and see how it fares at different sort of stages of different things, different elements, different factors being involved. So I'm here at high tide today just to suss it out for myself, and got that one fish so far. So let's see if we can upgrade. There's a bit of shoal here, a bit of shale, then it goes off into the sand. So I reckon that's why the whiting was hanging around. He ate it pretty close off the top. Bit of fun. Let's see if we can get some bigger ones. I wouldn't mind a whiting for brekkie. What's this? Oh, she's running. I think it looks like a queenie. Oh man, she's running. This is good fun on the light gear. Oh man, it's peeling some string. GT or a queenie, I think. Geez, taking some string. This is good fun. Little 2,500 egg beater, 4 to 10 pound samurai reaction. I was going to back that drag off, let it run. On the bassday sugapen splash, 75mm. I think I've got a queenie here. I've got a pelagic. It's running like a pelagic. It did get out of the water at some... Oh, it's heavier. It's not a bad fish. I just hope it doesn't go in the mangroves. I'll walk out a bit. I'm getting a bit of line back now. Just here. Well, that was a bit of a surprise. It's only light line. I got 6 pound braid on, 10 pound leader. So I am backing the drag off. If it wants to run like that, it can go. What is it? Oh, she's going. Looks like a queenie. Yeah, it is a queenie. Foul hooked under the guts. Well, that's why she pulled some string. That was good fun though. This guy's going to go back. It's only small, but on this gear it felt massive, I tell ya. All right, come here, buddy. Let's sort you out. 6 pound braid, 10 pound leader. A nice little queenie. That was good fun. It's up here in the wash, in this wash zone, where the waves are breaking. Stirring everything up, confusing the bait fish, a bit more flow, a bit of activity, and that's where the pelagic was. Now guys, that was pretty good fun. Only a little queenfish, but hooked him under the gut, so he played up, and certainly very fun on this light tackle. 6 pound braid, 10 pound leader, bassday sugapen. Ooh, bassday sugapen splash, 75 mil. Right, I'm gonna let this guy go. Hopefully he survives. They don't release the best, but it was only a short fight, and he's only a little guy, so I'm hoping he's gonna be okay. Go on, get the kick on, mate. I think he's gonna be all right. Kicking now. He'll sulk for a bit, but I think he'll be fine. Cool. He's good. Phew. Well, that was a bit of fun. I haven't caught a queenie on one of these lures before. I certainly haven't caught a queenie on such light gear. That was good fun. It was only in close. It was about there, about 7-8 meters out. Getting close to the top of the tide now. But I found a little sandy spit here. Waves are converging on this side, bit of a backwash and eddies and white foaming water on this side, you can see. So the fish are here hanging around. Hopefully get a couple more whiting. But that queenie was a lot of good fun, so pretty happy with that guy. Like I said, this pays to change it up different tides, see how it performs differently on each occasion with different set of circumstances and conditions. Like I said, it's winter, so, well, it's not winter, but it's getting cold. It's probably a week from literally being winter in June. So the whiting, brim, flathead, it's bread and butter species time of year. So this is a good time of year for using poppers for whiting on surface. I've done a lot of videos with this lure. Catching whiting, catching flathead at this very location on topwater. It's been a lot of fun. I really like this lure. But one of the best factors about it, if you haven't seen those videos, is you can bloop it, so slash pop it, or walk it. You can do both. So when there's a big tide or a lot of run, I like to meander it, walk the dog with it. When the tide is more still, more slack water, you can bloop it. So it does both. It's really, really handy, and you can alter that different sort of pop or walk in the same retrieve if you want. In one retrieve you can do two actions. Very versatile, very handy. Check that out. The eagle just bomb dived and got this long tom. Dived down, got it. That was awesome. Struggled to get out of the water with his big fish. Oh, he just dropped it. He just dropped it. Oh, mate, you're stuffed up. Unless you can get back and get it again. Nah, I'd say it's disappeared. Yeah, guys, the tide has turned. It's now started to run out. And that's not the only thing that's turned. The weather has turned rubbish. It's gotten really cold. There's winds picked up and there are showers everywhere. I'm getting wet right now. It's not very nice. But just got the couple of fish on the high tide, and I'm just going to fish the start of the run out now. But I can certainly say that the low tide, like I have been here in my previous videos, is way more productive than the high. So for me, it was all about coming at a different stage of the tide and working out what's best. And I certainly will avoid the high tide from here on and concentrate my efforts around the low. Seems to be the most productive for this spot. Like I said, you can't just go to one spot once and have a crappy time and then write it off. You have to go to different stages of the tide, different heights, you know, higher tides and lower tides, moons, things like that before you strike it through as a no return. But this is a good spot, but I certainly won't be here at high tide again. Round the low. Got something, guys. Oh, what is this? I reckon it's probably a long tom. The way it's fighting and carrying on the surface. See it splashing. I don't know if you can see that, but I reckon I've got a long tom. May well be the one that the bloody eagle dropped before. Unless it's a flatty. Don't know. Hopefully it stays on. We can get a look at it. Yes, a long tom. Little long time it stayed connected. Usually these things are very hard to hook and they easy come off because mouth full of bone and teeth and not much meat to hook onto. But this guy, I dare say those assist hooks have found the mark. They trail back a little bit deeper. Oh mate, chill out. All right, they got gnarly teeth on these guys, eh? Ah, mate, chill. Do not cut my line with those teeth, mate. Do not cut my line. Oh, good. Even better, he came off. Phew. Good, he came off by himself. They're really slippery, sharp teeth, and scratched the crap out of me lure. I'm just very lucky he didn't bite through me 10-pound leader. It's a very sharp needle-like teeth. Got something here, guys. It feels like a little whiting. Or I don't know what it is actually. You're kidding me? Is that a toadfish? What is this, man? Crazy little critter. Look at this. Honestly, never caught one of them in my life. I think I have actually. A really small one, and they're really spiky and good for nothing. I don't even know what you call them. Leave me a comment, guys, if you know what that is. Some sort of trumpeter, or it's not a grunter. It's not a desirable fish anyway. Really spiky. I can see a really big spike next to its gills. Catching these on top water now, are we? Crazy. Of all things to catch on surface lures, I think they call this a trumpeter. Really spiky, really sharp spike there. I've caught them pretty small in the past. I have caught them, I feel I have. That's certainly the biggest I've ever caught. They're a bit of a nuisance fish, good for nothing, but it ate a topwater lure. Crazy stuff. You can go back, mate. Okay guys, that's enough for me today. It's been a pretty nasty little session. It's cold, it's windy, it's raining now. Struggled here at high tide today. I've been here a bunch of times before, low tide coming in. Last of the run out, first of the run in, really, really good. Plenty of whiting on top water, flathead and a few things like that. Today started off promising at the top of the tide. I came here at the top of the tide today. I wanted to try a different tide. And pretty sure and safe to say I won't be coming back at high tide again. It was a bit of a struggle. Got one nice whiting, let it go. Got a cool queenie on light gear, that was fun. Then got a random long tom and some trumpeter thing, but it was a bit of a struggle, and now it's even more so. It's really bleak, cold, getting saturated, and not real happy about it. So I won't be coming back, but it just highlights the fact that you got to come back to a spot a couple of times before you ride it off at different stages of the tide and things like that, before you strike it through and say, mate, I'm not coming back there. Because at low tide it might fire, or high tide it might fire, and you might be in the opposing tide and not even realise it. So yeah, today I wanted to come at high, and I won't be coming back at high. So thank you for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.